If you think that lying to yourself is bad, you're delusional. We are all phenomenally skilled at lying to ourselves because it's necessary. We need useful delusions. If you take one thing away from this, please let it be that you must make yourself aware of your delusions. Our identities are merely stories that we tell ourselves. We make up nonsense narratives to justify actions, no matter how terrible they are. You do it, I do it, everyone does it. We have to lie to ourselves in order to get out of bed each morning. If I didn't believe that I could connect with someone or make some kind of difference, I wouldn't bother with this video. If we didn't lie to ourselves, the knowledge of death and the futility of existence would crush us and we wouldn't do anything at all. Or we'd choose to make a permanent exit. Delusion is necessary to maintain an identity. I refer to my own useful delusions as playing mind games with myself, and that's the trick. We have to be aware of our own nonsense. We manifest some wacky, unpredictable, and sometimes horrific behavior when we're not aware of it. Not everyone is capable of this awareness because some people's psyches can't survive the pain of who they really are, despite the fact that their delusions harm them and everyone else. I'm sure you've met some cluster B type with a house of cards identity who believes they deserve special treatment all the time. The type that falls to pieces every time someone tells them no. Cluster Bs can never recall the horrific things they've done because it breaks the delusion that they're decent people. But harmful delusions and cluster Bs are subjects for another video or two. Why do we need these delusions? Because truth seeking is not advantageous toward surviving and passing on our genes. It doesn't make sense evolutionarily. Overthinker types focused on objective truths get outcompeted by those who run on base impulses every single time. Internal debates about big ideas do not keep people alive and do not help them pass their genes on. I have no children and I've never been married. Imagine that. Our brains are designed to keep us alive, not to help us find objective truths. They're designed to be efficient, not accurate. Has your brain ever automatically corrected a typo? You didn't see it until someone pointed it out. Have you ever went days, weeks, or months, or maybe even years without noticing a change in your surroundings or in someone close to you? There's an old gas lamp on the corner by my house that I just noticed after several years of walking past it. We've all done this because we do not perceive reality accurately at all. Our brains give us bad info all the time because our brains construct reality, they don't record it. Our brains recorded it, we'd be taking in so much information that it would be crippling. Our view of the world is more like a map than a photograph, just an outline. This is necessary because if we were conscious of every single piece of information thrown our way each day, we wouldn't be able to function. It's too much. We must filter it and get things wrong in order to survive. I'm delusional enough to believe that we're all capable of change, but we're not. Why do I tell myself this lie? Because when I believe everyone can change, then I am, in fact, capable of change. And this useful delusion has proven to be true for me. However, I know that not everyone is capable of changing. I've met countless people who believe their identities are made of stone, and because that's their delusion, it's also a fact, a self fulfilling prophecy. Acknowledging who we really are is painful enough. Changing an identity is even more painful, but it's possible with some useful delusions. Another beneficial delusion I have is that people are decent. I believe this despite the fact that I've been victimized and people do horrific things to one another every day for no good reason. If I didn't hold this delusion, I'd drive myself insane with paranoia. And I'd create self fulfilling prophecies with that paranoia because distrustful people cannot be trusted. However, when we have faith, we can depend on people to do the right thing. That's mostly what we get from them, but not all the time, unfortunately. I still choose to believe that people are decent, despite the fact that someone I love was killed in a 100% totally random act of violence. Some kid just happened to lose his mind on the same block as her at the same time. Wrong place and the wrong time. And I know that statistically, random violence is extremely rare. Mentally ill people are more likely to be victims than perpetrators. But that doesn't change the fact that things like this do, in fact, happen. But despite it, I still keep faith in people being decent because people are overwhelmingly decent to one another out in the real world. The internet is a different story. Even if society fell apart and people in cities started eating one another in the street, I'd still believe that people are decent. Why? Because I need that delusion in order to continue to be decent to everyone. Robert Sapolsky believes that free will is an illusion, and he might be right. He chooses the delusion that we are blessed and doomed to live our lives exactly as they were meant to unfold. We have no control over this. There's a lot of debate on whether free will is real or not, but I could not care less. We absolutely must believe in free will in order to have the agency to make better decisions, to change ourselves, and to change our environment in meaningful ways. This belief and these changes may, in fact, be predetermined, like Sapolsky claims. But who cares? Empowering ourselves with useful delusions is a much better choice than the alternative. We need the useful delusion that we have some power regardless of truth. And this ties back into evolutionary advantages. Seeking, seeking objective truth gets us killed before we can reproduce. Believing that we can affect change in ourselves, affect other people, and affect the world around us empowers us. And it makes it more likely that we'll make babies. A useful delusion. If you're looking to pass your genes on, I'm accepting applications. Believing that anyone would have unprotected sex with me is a useful delusion. We have to be delusional to be optimistic and to live well and to wield agency over ourselves and the world. Please play mind games with yourself and lie to yourself, but still stay aware of it. I'm still having fun driving blind with these videos. I hope you're doing the same. Having fun, I mean, don't drive blind unless it's metaphorical, please.